Hi Naveen. First of all, thank you so much for being here on my channel today. I believe your journey, the transition from a service-based company, TCS, to Oracle, a product-based company, is going to be really helpful for the audience and they get to know that how basically they can achieve the same if people are willing for it. So, with that note, guys, let's get started and make sure to be with us till the end of this video. So, Naveen, you can start with your introduction.
Yeah, hi Sumya. First of all, thanks for inviting me to your channel. I completed my BTech in Andhra Pradesh in one of the top most colleges, that is VR Siddhartha Engineering College. I'm from an IT branch. So in placement season, I got offers from TCS and Infosys. So
Mhm.
ultimately, I joined TCS and I started working as a Java Spring Boot developer in TCS. So I worked more than 2 years in TCS and then I switched from TCS to Oracle.
Okay, so Naveen, I think you have spent a great time, a good time in TCS. Then why you made this plan? I mean, I'm just trying to understand. Did you give it a thought that now I want to switch to a product-based company? So how this thought basically came, and then how you basically started your preparation part? Because I'm asking this because many of the folks, even having the thought, they do get stuck in the thought itself and they can never start and then managing that consistency being in a full-time job. So how did you manage it all?
First, I have the skill, and when we have the skill, we should not settle for less, right?
Hmm.
So I aim for some bigger thing, what I have currently. Then I started preparation, and I have basically working in TCS is a comfortable thing, you can
Hmm.
say. And uh, Instead of being comfortable in leisure times, I started preparing DSA, so
Hmm.
along with full-time work. And when
Okay.
I come from office, I also spend some of my personal time to the career goals. And also, I used to go through the tech blogs, which people like you shared from their real experiences. And when we want something right, other than what we have, we should put ourselves into efforts. Yeah, that is the main thing. Just we cannot not simply switch because of having a single thought.
Right, right. I do
So the
completely
consist,
agree. Hmm.
yeah. So along with full-time work, we should give some of our personal time to the career goals also. When you want to switch, like preparing DSA in good platform like LeetCode
Hmm.
and taking guidance from the people who are working in top companies.
Hmm.
Ask their guidance, take roadmaps. Taking roadmaps makes your preparation fast.
Right. So,
Yeah, instead
Naveen,
of simply going
yeah.
blindly, when we have guidance, we
Hmm.
can make it fast.
Right. So sorry to interrupt you here in between. Like you are mentioning about giving the proper time and everything. So I understand that everyone has their own learning scope and the ability. Someone can learn it maybe in few time and someone is taking more time. But I mean everyone is having their own speed. But this question I do get the most that I mean, what is the like sufficient time if you can, you have started also from scratch, right?
Yeah.
Even with a full-time job. So let's say if there's a working professional and they want to start, maybe starting with the DSA first of all. So how much time it will take for them? I mean, how many months basically it will take so
Yeah,
that they can be fully
yeah.
good at it?
One should choose, first of all, one should choose programming language based on their wish. Then,
Mm-hmm.
after getting the awareness of all the concepts in any language, take some roadmap like product-based companies mostly focus on DSA for freshers and having up to 2 years experience.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have the more experience, like more than 2 to 3 years of experience. System designing is also an important thing. So
Right.
basically, the learning curve should not be a straight line. Someone can spend 1 hour in Monday on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and 10 to 15 minutes on Tuesday.
Well, guys, the role of a right mentor and the right guidance is very, very important during the preparation, and I know it very well. I'm glad that now we have the platforms like TopMate, where you have the top notch mentors from top companies. They will help you out with everything that you are looking for. Now you can just search the mentors as per your requirement, whether you need someone with a proper expertise in data structure and algorithms, or for placement preparation, or for resume review, or for mock interviews. You can find all sort of mentors right there, those who are going to help you out, right? So go search for your mentors, get the right mentorship, and do the hardcore preparation for your dream package, for your dream company. The link of the platform you'll be able to find in the description itself.
So basically, what I thought is consistency is a graph which is having so many curves instead of single straight line.
Right. Mm-hmm.
When that is having single straight line, that is not possible for everyone. So when we have the plenty of resources currently.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get the time, just go through the some blogs, and for preparing DSA, choose one platform like HackerRank, LeetCode. I recommend LeetCode for preparing
Mm-hmm.
DSA. So instead of directly solving all the questions, take the patterns of the each question.
Right.
Like some of the influencers on LinkedIn have some sheets, DSA sheets.
Mm-hmm.
They will clearly mention the patterns. So once identify the pattern, the problem is about. So try to solve 10 to 15 problems on that pattern. So basically, it could have more than 3,000 questions. We no need to solve all those questions. I think the 100 to 200 questions are enough for knowing all the patterns and able to solve the product-based DSA questions.
Right. I agree
And
on this. Mm-hmm.
when you have the two to more than 2 to 3 years of experience, start learning the system design at your earliest stages. That
Mm,
makes a
right.
big difference in your career also.
Yeah, in career
And
terms,
and
yeah,
yeah,
one thing I would
and
like to add
also
here, like as you said, right? So now, like it depends, obviously, as you have already mentioned, that for 2 years of experience, the main focus is DSA. But
yeah,
still, there are some companies, those who are asking system design related questions from
yes, yes,
freshers as well.
yeah,
So it's good.
yeah,
I mean, not they won't go in depth perhaps, but some basic
yeah,
terminologies and how things
yeah,
working, they are expecting that you should know. That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Hmm.
The basic things how we can improve the system performance, like basic things, catching and
Hmm.
database optimization queries. When you have less experience,
Hmm.
that makes you put in help into get into product-based companies.
Right.
Just
Right.
not simply individual DSA. Just
Hmm.
go through the some tech blogs. People share the content on system designing. I can
Hmm.
say system designing is easier than DSA.
Okay. And one more
Yeah.
thing, like, don't just take system design as if a way to clear interviews, even if you don't want to. I mean, you should explore, because what I felt
Yeah,
that it
yeah.
will eventually help you to become a better engineer, and
Yes,
further in your
yes.
career, it is going to help a lot. So, I mean, that is
Yeah,
important. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, Naveen,
Basically,
here
system
comes.
designing is
Hmm.
not for interviews. It is
Yeah,
for
right.
yourself only. That
Hmm.
makes you unique among group of people.
Correct, correct.
Mm,
So we
yeah,
discussed a lot about these things. So now the important thing, the transition that you have done. So let's hope on to that question. So basically, I just wanted to know like how you got this opportunity, and then the interview rounds you went through, and if you can just specify the topics from which the questions
yeah,
were covered from. I don't want you to mention the exact question, but the topic itself will be very helpful, so that at least people can know the key concepts that they should prepare if someone is targeting Oracle, let's say.
yeah. Basically, I started applying since day one of TCS when I joined.
Oh,
So,
I mean, here I want
yeah,
to just mention one thing that even after studying, we are having this thing in our mind that, okay, I won't apply as of now because I am not ready. And here you are
yeah.
saying that just joining thesis from day one only you are applying. So that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
keep
should
going.
not be in a mindset that this is not the perfect time to apply, this is not a good time. We should not be in such type of mindset. We cannot say the opportunity might come from any company after a month or after 2 months, after years. So when I started applying from day one, it took me 2.5 years. So
Okay.
in between, I also got the calls, but due
Mhm.
to the lengthy notice period, they
Ah,
simply just say we want immediate joiners.
okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
notice period will be not in our hands, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I was not able to do anything regarding that one.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I used to daily send 5 to 10 applications. So in from the starting of the day, now I think it becomes more than 1,000 applications if I
Okay.
calculate all the
Mm-hmm.
openings. So I got the thing here is when we want to apply for any opening in any company, we may get so many rejections. I also faced the same thing. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, when the company has that what we say when requirement, urgent requirement, or when they need the
Mm-hmm.
skilled persons, so then they only call us.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
I have applied more than 1,000 applications, but I didn't get selected in any of the companies. But after that 2.5 years, I got a call from Oracle without applying.
Okay.
So
Maybe you must have applied before and they are having your, information in the
yeah,
database, so they reached out. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what I make a difference is I update my resume once in 2 days. So by going through the resumes of people working in product-based companies, so that
Mm-hmm.
helped me a lot. So after getting a call, I received a test. They first they will conduct an online test. It will some 2 to 3 DSA questions will be there, and one
Mm-hmm.
will be based on REST API, and some MCQs will also be there. And
Okay.
after that, fortunately, I got selected for the interviews. After that, I cleared the online test. The mostly the DSA questions are based on strings, arrays,
Mm-hmm.
and interview rounds. There will be 4 interview rounds.
Okay.
Uh, in each round, they will ask to 1 to 2 DSA questions,
Mm-hmm.
and they focused on backtracking, not dynamic programming, just they want us to know
Mm-hmm.
backtracking.
Okay.
Like a similar problem, I can say finding all the subsets which have the given sum,
Okay. So
like
if it is
those
a standard
problems.
problem, even you can tell, right? Because yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay. So it's a
like
medium
if we,
problem. You would rate it as a
mm,
medium one. Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the similar problem I faced in 2 rounds of interviews, like
Okay.
related to same subsets problem. After
Mm-hmm.
that, uh, I'm a Java development. I'm working as Java developer, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they completely focused on complete Java. Like if I recorded the 4 rounds of interviews, it will become a Java course, complete Java course.
Okay.
They they asked every concept of the Java. In each round, it will be like they're asking the questions just to reject you. People will feel like that if we attend the those interviews. So
Okay.
fortunately, I have answered most of the questions in each round.
Mm-hmm.
And coming to my notice period, I have a lengthy notice period, 90 days it is. So I still have a doubt if I performed well, uh, I might be don't get a call for the offer. So keeping in that mind, what I did was we should perform more than like our skills should say
Mm-hmm.
you are better than you should our skills should have more weightage than the notice period. Then
Right. Right. Hmm.
recruiters will definitely wait for you. So that
Right.
is one thing we can do regarding the notice period. So after the 2 days, the questions can I can say completely erase, backtracking, strings,
Mhm.
and the complete Java. We should not neglect any single concept in Java.
So, if I'm not right, I'm not wrong, so I can say that even fundamental was covered, right? Even fundamental
Yes, yes.
concepts. Okay.
Yeah, fundamental to
Mhm.
medium, and
Okay.
they mostly focused on our practical knowledge instead of just theory knowledge.
Theoretical knowledge.
So we
Okay.
have to explain on paper by showing example for each question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
after
So,
today's
just in 2 days, you got the result.
today's I got the result, and I was so happy when they announced my offer because I have asked 100% and they gave me the 150%, and they also
Okay.
told we will wait for you, we will wait for the 90 days.
Got it. So,
So
guys,
ultimately, what I can
mhm.
say is our skills should have more weightage than the notice period.
Got it. And like, see,
Yeah,
if you have the skills, right? So as you can see, even you were underestimating yourself somewhere, and that's what even the hike you gave, you expected. And see,
yeah,
eventually the company wants a better candidate, and if the company keeps the candidate in a good way and providing more, so that candidate is focusing on work. Like if you are happy, then obviously you'll be happy doing the work, right? So they offered you
yeah,
more than what you asked for, right? And even waited
mm,
for you. So that's the thing,
yeah,
guys. This could be a motivation for the people who are right now watching. So,
uh,
Naveen, you have mentioned about 90 days notice period, right? So it's a
yeah,
huge challenge, and even I have gone through the
yeah,
same, because most of the time, as you have said, that skills are there, but most of the HRs there itself, like when you are specifying this 90 days notice period, they don't shortlist you for further
yeah, I
rounds,
say,
because most of
yeah.
the times there is that thing na, that whether eventually you will join or not. So this could be a thing as well that
Yeah.
they do have in mind. So I mean, anything that you want to mention, that how people can tackle 90 days notice period, or any strategy that you follow to get the calls, what exactly you did?
Yeah, basically when one has so basically if two people are appearing for the interviews and one has 1 month notice period and one has 90 days. So
Mm.
what the person with 90 days can do is they should upskill more in their tech content. So because notice period will not be in our hands.
Mm.
We can request our manager to get it notice negotiable. I
Right.
also did the same thing, but it was not helpful me to at that time. So
Okay.
what we can do is perform well,
Mm.
like be in a mindset like if you perform well, you
Yeah.
should be in a mind like you should perform some more better. So
Got it.
if we keep in that mind,
Hmm.
uh, we give our best because
Then they can have the.
if we answer for the questions and we will be like okay I answered well, I will get the call. Most of the interviews I also did the same, but ultimately the question was lengthy notice period. So
Okay.
I improved myself very much in the tech content and along with DSC also.
Mm-hmm.
That helped me a lot. And
Got
yeah,
it.
even
So,
recruiter will also
mhm.
wait for you if
Yeah,
you
here
are a
I
better
would like to
candidate.
add further points, that, as you have said regarding the schools part, so that I completely agree. And even, but sometimes happen that, see, one will get to know that you're good at your skills only if when you get the opportunity for interview. But what if they are not even allowing the interview itself, that okay, you are having a 3 months notice period, we won't take your profile
Yeah.
ahead. So on that thing, I just like to add that. You can be honest, but you can mention that there is a buyout available, or your
Yeah.
notice period is negotiable, or you are not having that much
Mm,
dependency. See, you don't have to be every time honest. So Maybe these things
Yeah.
also you can mention, so that at least you can reach to the interview. And then comes the part
Yeah.
regarding the skills that you are saying, right? So once you have performed well in the interview, even if, see, eventually your manager is not getting agree on that part regarding the
Mm.
negotiation, and you have to serve for 3 months, you can mention, so you have performed well, they also eventually want the candidate, so then they will wait for you. So but
Yeah,
for the initial
definitely.
part, this is what you can do.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We can also say
mhm,
like this, like some people are getting negotiable with the notice period. I can also try with that. We can say that one also to
right.
get shortlisted
Mhm.
for the interviews. So after that, your
Exactly.
skills should
Yeah.
perform.
Hmm. Agree,
Yeah.
agree on that part, Naveen. So, Naveen, as you have probably appeared for many interviews, right? You have faced many rejections, right? So, it's been a long journey, what I can say. And as if you must be knowing that now there are plenty of resources, right? And sometimes what
Yeah.
happens that people get confused because there are so many resources. Sometimes someone is saying this is better, so a candidate is picking a certain X source, then someone said no, Y is better, someone picked a wide resource, so it just create a huge mess, right? So for you, what were the resources that you consistently followed and helped?
Yeah, basically, when I has to prepare DSA for product-based companies. For that, I chose Striver's playlist
Hmm. Okay.
because nowadays the complete world is following its DSA playlist only. It's DSA
Yeah,
playlist
yeah,
only.
his work is, yeah, right, obviously very
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
So I see YouTube playlist is I think take you forward, and he has also released some DSA sheets like A to Z
Mm-hmm.
DSA sheet, which contains up to more than 400 questions. One should concentrate on this who is a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
So if you already know the concepts of like DSA concepts like stacks, queues, we can
Mm-hmm.
use 180 questions DSA sheet,
Mm-hmm.
same provided by Striver only. So
Okay.
if we have the interview within 2 to 3 days, we can go for blind 75 questions
Yeah,
in
that's
the
good.
same website.
Mm.
Yeah, and for Java and Spring Boot, I prefer watching Shayan's videos. So basically, he is explaining from his real experiences.
Which
I
YouTube
thought
channel it is? Can you come again?
concept and coding. Yeah.
Concept and Shreyansh Chin's
Coding,
YouTube channel. Yeah, yeah, that's
Science,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
So what he's doing great work these days
Mm-hmm.
because he is
Right.
explaining
Yeah.
everything from his real experiences,
Mm-hmm.
reading books. So I also prefer for Shreyan's concept and coding for Java and Spring Boot.
Okay. Yeah,
And
these are the
like
great
platforms
resources.
like Lead Code, prefer practicing for DSA, and always go through the some tech blogs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
people also share their real experiences.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So,
I prefer these three
mhm,
mostly.
got it. Yeah, these are the awesome resources. So, anyone who is looking for the preparation, right? See, everyone's learning ability is different. So, what I feel is that you can explore and then stick to
Yes,
the
yes.
one, right? As you have stick to
Yeah,
these three resources only, and then continued with your preparation.
yeah.
So,
Because we have plenty of resources, should
right,
stick to the
right.
one. Yeah.
Right. So, Naveen, there is that one question, and I think that you are the right one to answer on it, or just your opinion on this one, right? So, as you have
Yeah.
worked in TCS, right? So there, many people ask that certain times you don't even get the project. Someone get the project, they got some experience, right? Then things are sort of easy for them. But what if you are
Yeah.
having 2 years of experience just for the namesake? Because for these 2 years you were just on bench, then how do you think that these people can justify their experience? And because during the interview you cannot mention that you were on bench, right? So if you have
Yeah.
anything to any advice that you would like to give, or any suggestion that can work for them.
Yeah. I have seen so many people, those are on bench for more than 1 year, more than two
Mhm.
years. So being on bench, one is comfortable with that. But so we should get rid of that comfortable nature and instead of
Mhm.
wasting time, be prepared for the domain what you are willing to work on, and and if you have more than 2 years on bench, so one should get laid off also. Unfortunately, we can say that. So we
Right.
always be prepared for the future things. So instead of wasting time, choose for good resources, improve yourself,
Mm.
and don't just go blindly solving the every DSA question. Take a perfect roadmap.
Right.
Consider multiple resources and choose one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So choosing a best roadmap also makes a big
Agree.
difference in our preparation.
Right.
And yeah, being on bench,
Got
you
it.
should ask basically. So in service-based companies, we should ask for what we want. Otherwise, whether we can get put in support projects or we will be on bench.
Right.
So we have to ask
Mhm.
for the things in service-based mostly. In product-based, anyways, we will be
Mhm.
in good
There
project
is
only.
nothing like bench, right?
Nah,
So
like
you
that.
have to
Yeah.
either you will be having work or not, but it won't be like that you
Uh,
are not having work at all and you are just
yes,
completely
yes.
sitting idle
Yeah,
and no one is checking on you. So like I
yeah,
also would like to add on this question. So if you are
yeah.
on bench, right, so maybe you can make up your mindset that I want to switch, like as you said, right? So you
Yes.
start doing the preparation. Don't just wait for these 2 years. Ki 2 years got completed and then I mean, see,
Mm,
I
yeah,
I can relate because it would be very difficult for you. Even if you
yeah.
prepared, then justifying that thing, no, because working,
Yeah.
making a project by yourself, watching some tutorial is completely different on actually
Yes,
working on an
yes.
industry level project. So it will be
Yeah,
very, very difficult for you. So
yeah.
to
So,
avoid, yeah. Mm-hmm.
along with the improvement in our technical skills, one should do some projects because being on bench, we don't have practical knowledge, and
Right,
for some of the questions we cannot answer because they test our practical knowledge. So,
right,
to be confident for that, we should do some good projects
right.
also.
Agree.
Yeah, that
Agree on that
will
part.
help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that will get succeeded, help us to get succeed while testing our practical knowledge.
Got it. And there
Mm.
are certain questions which you can be able to answer once you have worked on an industry level project, right? So this
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of situation can happen. I mean, this is for the audience, right? You just don't. Sometimes it happens that the people must be thinking that okay, no one is checking. I don't have any work. I'm just getting my salary credited. So what a cool life it is. But eventually, it will be very, very
yeah.
difficult for you, right?
It,
And even after getting a job, you will face problems doing the work. Let's say if even if
yeah,
you clear the interviews, then doing the actual work, that will be problematic. So Naveen,
yeah,
I think these were the questions that I was having to discuss with you, and I think it was a great discussion with you, with the vast of
yeah,
knowledge that you were having, the complete experience of a service based company to a product based company now. So it was great talking to you, but before wrapping
yeah.
up, if there is certain thing, it could be anything, any advice, any suggestion, or anything that you would like to address to the audience now, because now it's the new year, right? So if
Yeah.
something motivational you would like to add for them.
Yeah, what I can advise to the audience is don't sit idle when you are comfortable. Improve yourself. Just not 1 hour or 2 hours daily. We can, if we spend at least 10 minutes of day to our career goals, we will definitely in top 50% of the people. And we have to go for more, not settling for less, because
Mm.
in future days, what the tools what we are working on can get what we can say
Obsolete, yeah.
deprecated.
Yeah,
Uh,
right.
so you have to be prepared for everything in coming whatever coming in future days, and also start preparing, start learning in at least at your earliest possible time.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
Agree. Mm-hmm.
if a recruiter wants 4 levels, be prepared for fifth level. Definitely will be in top 5% if you do that one. Like yeah, New Year will have a difference in your life if you change your behavior to your goals instead of wasting time and also on enjoyment. Yeah, we
Got it.
also have to take
Mhm.
breaks, but not a
Right.
complete year as a break.
Yeah, right, I
Yeah,
agree. And even you can see the live example here. We have Naveen, right? So he pushed the limit and he, first of all, you have to trust on yourself. So he trusted on himself. He gave that efforts, he gave that time,
yeah,
and as much as time will pass, things will, they will get being very difficult. See, even if I'm
yes,
talking
yes,
about that, before we were not listening too much about the system design rounds, right? But now they are there. Maybe few
yes,
years
yes,
after, there can be some other round that must be added, so
yes,
difficulty level
yes,
will be increased. As Naveen, you have said that start early, so that's a very good point. So guys,
yeah,
do start it now. Make this year your own year with your own progress. So
yeah.
thank you so much, Naveen, again for being on
And
my channel.
thank you
With
so much.
that
Yeah,
note, bye bye.
yeah, thank you. Bye.